Welcome, Wisconsin Rapids community media viewers and Lincoln High School Red Wrestling fans. Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament all day long today, coming from the Wausau East Fieldhouse. Snowy Wausau East, very slippery on the way up. Worse you got, the closer you got to Wausau. Red Raiders have full lineup today in the Valley Conference. Their first matchup will be at 144 pounds, as all the other weight classes leading up to that have a first round bye, and that'll be Gavin Jacob against Easton Ledden out of Marshfield. So we got a little bit of a break to start with, and then we'll start to get busy here. The Red Raiders are 6-0 on the Valley in dual meets. They lead that. Marshfield is in second place, 5-1. Wausau West 3-3, along with DC Everest and Stevens Point. Merrill's at 1-5, and Wausau East brings up the bottom at 0-6. Some pretty good ranked wrestlers in the certain weight classes. 138 has got 3 ranked wrestlers. 144 has got 4. 157's got 3. A couple of weight classes have 2 each. And then there's a couple at 113, 132, and 215 that have no ranked wrestlers in the state. So possibly a chance for the Red Raiders to score some points in those spots, added on to what the rest of the Red Raider lineup can produce. The Red Raiders start out with 12 points, 2 for each dual meet win. Marshfield gets 10 for their 5 wins, and so on down the line. The first place finisher in this tournament will get set amount of points, and Wisconsin Rapids basically has to finish in second or first place in order to get the overall title of the Valley Conference. They put the dual meet and the individual tournament together and have an overall Valley Conference champion. So we're going to take a quick break, catch up on some paperwork of these early matches, and we'll be back with the 144-pound Gavin Jacob match against Easton Ledden of Marshfield. 144-pound matchup, first one of the day for the Red Raiders. Gavin Jacob, your Red Raider, against Easton Ledden out of Marshfield. Ledden wrestled at 144 in the dual meet, and he unfortunately met up with Carter Freeman. Freeman won on a tech fall. 2 different style wrestlers, though, in Gavin Jacob and Carter Freeman. Short drag on a shot from Ledden. He takes Jacob down. Jacob in a tough weight class. Callum Wheeler from Merrill is there as well. Ledden ranked 12th at 144 in the state. Off the mat they go. 1:23 left to get a fresh restart. Hard start by Jacob. Ledden trying to follow. He regains control on the ride. Gavin Jacob will have a bye in the second round. He'll wrestle Callum Wheeler Merrill in his third round matchup. Again, they put 2 different styles of tournament together here. It's a scramble format to start. And then they put the winners in the brackets, and then they wrestle out a bracket for placement. And sometimes in these scramble formats, as you get a bracket printed out, the first round runs from left to right on the page. Some weight classes run from top to bottom, and I don't know why the change is, but that's what they do. 33 seconds left. Jacob's working hard on the bottom, trying to get hands separated. And Ledden so far just hanging on. Got a legs right in. Up over the shoulder now, and Jacob stands up, and that's potentially dangerous. 14 seconds left. Kevin got time to score one here. Hard start, switch attempt. Ledden rolled along, forward roll, trying to get in a scramble. Ledden stayed riding with him. End of the period is here. 3-0 led to Marshfield. Jacobs probably suffered a little bit from watching a lot of action go by and waiting a while, and he's the first guy out. Got taken down right away. Ledden goes down to start the second period, and Jacob going to try to ride and turn. Ledden working hard to get up to his high base. Hits a switch. Gets the reversal on Jacob. He leads 5-0. Lincoln High School Red Raiders have 8 wrestlers ranked in the top 16 in the state. Jacob to his feet. Ledden runs him out of bounds. Jacob still trying to hit a switch. Ledden hangs on and they go completely out of bounds. 1:24 left, 5-0 the lead for Ledden. Stand up trying to get a switch in motion going as Jacobs, and Ledden hanging on, drops down to a leg, picks some ankles, regains control, and they're out of bounds again. Jacobs doing all the work here. Ledden's doing the catch-up. But Jacobs is behind, 5-0. Next up for the Raiders will be at 157 pounds, Mason Tritz against Jack Turner of Stevens Point. Again, just a tight waist and elbow and wrist control by Ledden. Trying to get a tip there, and Jacobs rolled straight through it. 41 seconds left. Formats on the floor here at Wausau East. You're going to have girls wrestling and JV wrestling as well. 18 seconds. Again, Ledden just riding. Jacobs has not solved the riddle of how to get away from him. Double wrist control for Ledden, that's what he sits with. End of the period, 5-0, Ledden leads. Jacobs' choice. He's going on their feet. Well, he could get out from underneath Ledden, so he's probably going to try to get the takedown here, but he shoots in with his arms wide. Ledden catches him, reshoots, gets another takedown. It's now 8-0. Now Jacobs' job is to get a point back, so Ledden doesn't pick up the extra team points for a major decision for Marshfield. Again, Ledden with the wrist tied up, pressure across the back of the shoulders. And he's burning clock. Again, just a wrist tied up, and that's it, covering the hips. Legs ride loosely on the right side. Now tries a tip. They're off the mat. 59 seconds left. Jacobs set one more time. Ledden covers on the left side. Jacobs tries to get to a sitting position, hit a switch. Ledden follows. .35 seconds left. Still 8-0 Easton Ledden. Jacobs now has a chance to turn inside here if he can hustle. Got to get one back here. 15 seconds left. Jacobs tried to hip into Ledden, put him on the side of his singlet. Ledden throws the legs right in. Potentially dangerous. Stopped with 1 second left. Unfortunately, not enough time, but Gavin Jacobs goes down 8-0 to Easton Ledden of Marshfield. At 150, Jack Ackerman has a bye. And next up, Mason Tritz against Jack Turner of Stevens Point. We'll follow that with a 165-pound matchup with Jeremiah Peters against Nathan Bernstein of Stevens Point. And then Oakley Pluis at 175 against Austin Depius of Merrill. Kyler Tritz is at 190 against Josua Mata of Stevens Point. At 215, I got to take a look here. At 215, Aiden Stainbrook has Connor Scarston of Stevens Point. And at 285, Tanner Gormanson a bye in the first round. Byes for the Red Raiders so far: 106, Jackson Freeman; 113, Luke Hamill; 120, Landon Freeman; 126, Aspen Tritz; 132, Aiden Armagast; and 138, Carter Freeman. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling when we return to the Valley Conference Tournament. Yep, go ahead, Traeger, whenever you're ready. Jeremiah Peters at 165 pounds against Nathan Bernstein of Stevens Point. Bernstein with a quick takedown instantly on the whistle. See if I can look back and see, and a 1-point escape already. In deep on a single, got it elevated a little bit. And we go back to neutral again here on the edge of the circle. 3-1 for Stevens Point's Nathan Bernstein. Mason Tritz was at 157. That's where Bernstein was in the dual meet. Mason Tritz tech faulted him 16-0. Another takedown for Bernstein. He leads 6-1 with 1:02 left yet. Roll through with a tip. Going to get some near fall is Bernstein. And Peters, can he get hipped over? No, he can't. He's tied up here. Now he gets stomach down. And the match is out of hand early, 10-1. Oakley Pluis at 175 is on the mat now against Austin Depius of Merrill. And Pluis has been taken down in the first period. Oakley Pluis caught Austin Depius and pinned him in the dual meet. (10-1) at the end of the first period for Jeremiah Peters. He trails Nathan Bernstein of Stevens Point. Pluis has got a double legs ride put on him, and he's getting rode right now at 45 seconds left, trailing 3-0. On their feet for Stainbrook. He's trying a 2% toss. And Bernstein runs right through that and gets a takedown. 13-1 in favor of the Stevens Point Panther. 22 seconds left. Pluis still in the bottom position. And Depius leads 3-0 from Merrill. Bernstein's looking to get one near fall here turn, and that could probably be the match. And Stainbrook here, he's got to fight back, get back in this match, but he's a long ways down. First period ends in the Pluis-Depius match. Pluis trails 3-0. Depius' choice, he defers. Pluis' choice. They're going on their feet. Cradle for Bernstein on Jeremiah Peters. And got the tech fall 17-1. Jeremiah Peters goes down. He'll have a second round matchup against Gavin Madsen of DC Everest. Swing you down to Pluis on their feet. Lateral drop throw. Not the right time to try that. Gave up 3 points to Austin Depius. And we got another Red Raider on the mat at 157. That's Mason Tritz against Jack Turner of Stevens Point. Tritz with a lead 3-0. And again, if you watched early in the year, the dual meet between Rapids and Wausau East, they got a black outside mat, and it fades to red from black to the center. And they turned off the lights in here and with a spotlight, and you couldn't see any wrestler on the mat. Mason Tritz got a cradle on Jack Turner of Point, and he's looking to pin him here with 1:07. Turner gets stomach down. Pluis still down to 6-0 with 50 seconds left. Depius with an arm bar and a tight waist. Pluis goes over. Is he able to get some arms free? Couldn't get that one arm. Got hung up under there. Now Depius in a deep half position here. Pluis trying to roll through it. He's shown some toughness here. Near fall for Depius, but Pluis gets a reversal. It's 10-2 with 12 seconds left in the second period. Mason Tritz with another cradle, and he got a pin in 145 over Jack Turner of Stevens Point. Mason Tritz gets a bye the next round. He takes on Graydon Rohde of Marshfield in his third round matchup. Again, we're back with Oakley Pluis at 175 against Merrill's Austin Depius. Pluis down 10-2. Again, I think Pluis came from behind, if I'm not mistaken. Pluis now with a cradle locked up on Depius. Pulls him back. Can he get near fall? Should have near fall coming. Get your head back up, Oakley. Don't get it sucked underneath here. And Depius pulls him under. Pluis has got to bail out, get stomach down. Somehow Pluis never got any near fall out of that. But Depius got the reversal and near fall. It's 15-2 right now. Aiden Stainbrook against Connor Scarston of Stevens Point. Scarston with a takedown already. Leading 3-0. The Red Raiders not off to a good start early in matches. They've been getting taken down early. That kind of tells me each wrestler is not quite ready for the whistle to blow here. Got to pick that effort up. Got to change that line of thinking. Pluis trying to come up, get a reversal here in a scramble, but Depius catches him on his back. That's going to be enough for at least a tech fall. Tech fall or pin, Joyce? Tech fall, Joyce says. Stainbrook on his back at 215 against Connor Scarston of Stevens Point. And Stainbrook gets pinned. Kyler Tritz coming up at 190 against Josua Mata out of Stevens Point. The Red Raiders need something to stop this losing streak here. Kyler Tritz would be a good one to put a win on the board for the Red Raiders. Snap down by Tritz, front chin lock. Shucks him on by, covers him up, gets a takedown. Tritz got 2-on-1 wrist control, taking him off his base to his stomach. Tritz wrestling at 190. His second round matchup will be against Cash Ryan Seafell of Wausau East, and then Carson Brooks out of Merrill will be his third round matchup. 6-1 on the next takedown by Tritz. Got a tip coming, should get some near fall. Got a bar on the wrist. Tritz walking it towards the head, gonna settle. Mata into the mat. Referee's getting an advantage point, taking a close look. Mata arching hard. 44 seconds left. Mata got his one arm out. Now Tritz walks him back over his body. Pins him in 123 for Kyler Tritz. Tanner Gormanson at 285 will receive a bye in his first round. He'll take on James DeBure of DC Everest and Barack Karofi of Marshfield in his third round matchup. One round complete for the Red Raiders. Half of them wrestled, half of them didn't. A lot of byes in that first round in the early weight classes. So we'll take a quick break. We'll give you more on Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling when we return to the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. Hey, we got second round of wrestling here. Jackson Freeman at 106 pounds against Cannon Mua out of DC Everest. First round bye for Jackson Freeman in the weight class. After one round, Wausau West leads with 38 points. Stevens Point in second, 31.5. DC Everest in third with 30.5. Merrill in fourth, 28.5. Wisconsin Rapids 28. Marshfield 25. And Wausau East 10. That's first round scores. This is a DC Everest matchup. Cannon Moa. Let's see if these two met in the dual meet. Moa not in the lineup. Armbar running him over. Takedown already for Freeman. Sits out off that double, trying to sit out with that double armbar. Lost the second armbar. Now he's got them both tied up with one hand. Moa able to get the hands free again. The legs ride. Moa stepped out of it. Freeman steps in one more time from his feet. Takes him back to his base. Some officials here that I have not seen before, I do not recognize, and then there's a couple that we have seen before. Now we have another Red Raider coming out on the mat at 120 pounds. That's Landon Freeman against Wausau East, Jacob Schuett. Jacob Schuett and Landon Freeman met in a dual meet. First one of the year. Freeman tech-faulted him 20-0. Freeman on the offensive with a hard underhook, wrist control. And at the end of one period, 5-0 the lead for Jackson Freeman right down here in front of you. Landon Freeman's on the top side up there in that famous black fade to red mat. And he gets a cradle from the feet, runs Schuett over. Pin in 38 seconds for Landon Freeman. And next up for Landon Freeman at 120 is Sam Riddle out of Stevens Point. Jackson Freeman right now against Cannon Moa of DC Everest. Red Raiders should have pretty much a full lineup of wrestling in this second round. 126-pounder Aspen Tritz on the mat against Jeremy Smallwood out of Marshfield. And Tritz just got a pin in 41 seconds. As I said, the Red Raiders will have pretty much of a full round of wrestling here with the 14 weight classes. 10-0 the lead now for Jackson Freeman at 106 pounds. Aspen Tritz at 126 out of first round bye. He'll take on Brett Sue Hockey out of Merrill in his third round matchup. Legs right again by the Red Raider Freeman. Pulls the leg out, trying to chin drop him back over. Moa's trying to come out the side, which he does, into a double leg. Gets the reversal on Freeman. It's now 10-2 with 27 seconds left. Second period. Freeman now to a high base on his feet, working on hand control. Reaches back. Moa takes him down to his base. 12 seconds. Freeman's got some hand separation now, trying to turn inside. Moa takes him back with a tight waist. And the second period is here. 10-2, Freeman with a lead at 106 pounds. Freeman's choice, they're going both on their feet. Sweep shot by Moen. Freeman took a reshot. Neither one of them connected. Slide by Freeman. Missed. In a scramble, Moa went down with his forehead on the mat. Freeman just basically stepped across the top of him, covered him up with a takedown. 13-2 now. Half and a wrist and a legs ride by the Red Raider. Got that half on this near side. Got a wrist trap. Stacks Moa over the top. This looks pretty tight. Referee's more worried about not getting kicked in the head, and he couldn't quite catch the pin there for a near fall. 17-2 tech fall. Jackson Freeman, but that's not quite the extra 2 team points for the pin.
Carter's next.
Carter Freeman coming out for his first matchup of the day in the second round at 138 pounds. He'll take on Will Milsna out of Stevens Point. We'll see if these two matched up. Yes, they did. Carter Freeman won on a tech fall 18-2 in the dual meet. Carter Freeman ranked number 1 in the state at 138 pounds. Milsna got to a leg on a shot and a scramble. Freeman gets that leg free round the spin cycle. We go back and forth like an agitator on your dryer and washer. Got a takedown, comes back in his arm drag to a single leg, takes him down, got an arm bar already.
When have you used the washer?
Well, you know, the wife tells me that. Craig Tim, as you can hear him, giving me a little bit of a hard time there, doing a great job on the camera. We thank him for volunteering his Saturday. We really appreciate his mat side seats, as we like to call it. And Joyce sits there and laughs. Sometimes we can entertain Joyce, and sometimes she clocks us aside the head, gets us straight. So Freeman just pulls him back over, trying to get pressure down on those shoulders. Changes that to a headlock. And he lost the arm. Got to come out and face him for a near fall. 10-1 the lead now for the Red Raider. They are on their feet. Freeman with another takedown. 13-2. Now you want to look to go get him and pin him here. Get the extra 2 team points. Bonus. A little tip attempt. Off that Ellsworth bar. 4 more. 17-2 Tech fall. Carter Freeman. Next up for Freeman, Cashton Kilty out of Marshfield. We have yet to see the 113-pounder Luke Hamill. He's scheduled to go against Alex Davis of Marshfield. And Joyce is going to check to see, and he may be getting ready to come up here. I don't know. No, that's another Red Raider. That's one of the Armagast, probably Aiden Armagast at 132 against Owen Mansell out of Stevens Point. Take a look back and see if these two met up in a dual meet. Gavin Jacobs tech fall to Owen Mansell 16-0 in the dual meet. And he just sucked right into a single leg on Armagast. Armagast sprawling that leg back to a front headlock, shucks him on by, comes back in with a single once they got to their feet. Runs him right over, take down. Aiden Armagast. Again, we went right past the 113-pound match of Luke Hamill, so we'll have to check back. Luke Hamill got a pin in 54 seconds. That's why we didn't see it. Over Marshfield's Alex Davis. Hamill's next match against Jaden Nix out of DEC Everest at 113 pounds. Armagast with a stack now. He's got a double bar, and there's the pin in 1:01 on the fall time for Aiden Armagast. That's what the Raiders do best, is pin people. $144-pounder Gavin Jacobs has a second round bye. Jack Ackerman at 150 should be coming up against Dalton Hagan of Marshfield. Mason Tritz at 157, a second round bye. And we're coming back at 165 with Jeremiah Peters against Gavin Madsen of DEC Everest. Take a quick break, catch our breath. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. 150-pound match on the board. Jack Ackerman against Dalton Hagan of Marshfield. Slide by Hagan, comes up with a body lock, and they're going to go out of bounds. Got to keep fighting this with a whizzer. They're out of bounds. Let's see here what we had. Dalton Hagan, Jack Ackerman met in a dual meet, and Jack Ackerman major decision, Dalton Hagan 11-1. But again, it just looks like the Red Raiders not quite on edge at the whistle. They've been shot in numerous times right on the whistle, and sometimes ended up getting behind early. Another double leg shot by Hagan. Legs not protected by Ackerman. He's sprawling back, trying to get to a takedown. Spun behind and got one. But Hagan was in deep to a double leg. Arm bar on the right side by Ackerman. Now going to the other side with a half and a bar. Hagan goes over. Ackerman got to get his head up. Back in control now, running back into the mat. Referee's got 2 on the board for near fall. It's 5-0 the lead, 35 seconds left, first period. Ackerman trying to pin that head with his left foot. Drive Hagan over. Didn't have a good half there. Lost an arm in that half. Nelson comes back with it one more time on the right side. Straightened him out. Scooches him back inside. Hagan trying to roll through. Keep your foot in.
he's flat.
Pinned for Ackerman. 154. Turned those couple of shots in by Dalton Hagen into some defense, turned to offense, and scored twice off those shots that Hagen took. Puts a pin on the board once he got on top in 154. His next match will be against Kristen Galang out of Wausau West. Next up for the Red Raiders will be Jeremiah Peters against Gavin Madsen at EC Everest. That should come up here shortly. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to Wausau East with more of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. 190-pound matchup on the board first here. Kyler Tritz against Cash Ryan Seefeld out of Wausau East. Red Raiders forfeited to Seefeld in the dual meet. Moved Kyler Tritz up to 215. Snap down by Tritz with a front headlock, drives into a single. Trying to crawl in deeper. Seefeld reaching across body, in across the thighs, trying to lift Tritz. Probably going to get a stalemate out of this one. And that's a good call by the official. Neither wrestler going to be able to improve their position that they were in. So instead of burning clock for no reason whatsoever, give them a fresh restart with a stalemate. Tritz into a single, got it elevated, back trip. Takes Seefeld to his back, covers him up. 3-point lead for the Red Raider Tritz. Half a wrist trying to straighten Seefeld out. Seefeld stays strong in a base. And now we have Jeremiah Peters at 165 taking on Nathan Bernstein of Stevens Point. Oh, excuse me, my mistake. Gavin Madsen at EC Everest. Madsen quickly took him down, cut him loose, 3-1. Bernstein pinned. Bernstein pinned Peters in a dual meet. And Peters tried ill-advised a lateral drop throw. Puts himself on his back. Tritz starting the second period. He's got a takedown and has Seefeld on his back. Jeremiah Peters goes down on a fall. And Kyler Tritz gets a pin victory at 190 pounds over Cash Ryan Seefeld of Wausau East. We still have Stainbrook. Aiden Stainbrook at 215 is going to come out against Noah King out of Merrill. Excuse me, that should be Noah Klug out of Merrill, my mistake.
Stain against Klug. Stainbrook and Klug. But there's no opponent there.
Noah Klug and Stainbrook going to go at 215.
He's not there.
And I think he's coming running over.
Oh, there he is.
Second round of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament going on here. Oakley Pluis with a bye at 175 in the second round. So we're going to have Aiden Steinbrook at 215 against Noah Klug of Merrill. And then you're going to see the number 2 ranked heavyweight in the state, Tanner Gormanson, taking on James DeBeer of DC Everest and Klug with a takedown for the Merrill Blue Jays. And Klug gets the pin over Steinbrook. In the first period. And now we wait for the big man on campus, Tanner Gormanson, against the DC Everest heavyweight, James DeBeer. Not on the mat as of yet, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. Hey, we're back once again as Tanner Gormanson steps on the mat against DC Everest heavyweight James DeBeer. In the dual meet, Gormanson pinned him in a minute flat. DeBeer tries to get real physical. Gormanson just gives him a little slide by, takes him down, cuts him loose. This is like Carter Freeman stuff here. Slide by an underhook to a near side single, takes him down. Nice work, good setup. Gonna cut him loose one more time. 6-1 right, 6-2 right now. Gormanson doing a little ollie shuffle on his feet. Tell you what, DeBeer, he just wades right in there. He takes some shots. Just against a little bit bigger, a little bit better wrestler in Gormanson. Another takedown for the Red Raider, 9-2. See what we do from here. Minute 17 left. Gormanson with a tight waist, trying to chop a leg. Picks that underside leg, takes DeBeer back to the mat. Again, this is second round wrestling in the Valley Conference individual side of the wrestling tournament. The Red Raiders have already won the dual meet side with 6 dual meet wins. Double armbar Gormanson, 44 seconds left. DeBeer's in some deep trouble here as Gormanson walks it across. Gets some chest pressure down. Gets some hip pressure on his shoulders, trying to sit out with it. Official trying to take a look. He's got him stacked right up in 135 the fall for your heavyweight, Tanner Gormanson. Couple of takedowns, a little work on his feet, little riding time, and then a double arm bar pin for the Red Raider heavyweight. Round 2 complete for the Red Raiders. And now we're going to go into a round of JV wrestling where a lot of Red Raiders have wrestled. So we're going to take a little break. We'll be back, do some paperwork, get caught back up with the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament from Wausau East. This is round 3. The last round in the scramble part of the tournament here at the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. 106-pounders Jackson Freeman, your Red Raider, against Marshfield's Micah Bremer. These two wrestled in a dual meet. Jackson Freeman tech-falled Michael Bremer. He's got 3 and a takedown in early. Got the Okie choke, trying to turn him with it right off the bat. And Bremer reaches in, trying to counter. He's got a single leg. Spladle now, attempt by Freeman. Bremer regroups, grabs higher on the thigh, puts Freeman on the seat of his singlet. Luke Hamill on the mat at 113 as well against Jaden Nix out of DC Everest. Hamill's got a double leg as he lifts Nix, walks him around the mat, sets him down for a 3-point lead, 3-0. Now Jackson Freeman got a double armbar, turning Micah Bremer to his back. Referee's got to get down, get a good look. Double armbar locks it up, sits it out. This is really tough pressure on the arms and shoulders. Freeman trying to walk around the corner, puts the shoulders down on the mat. Hamill cuts his opponent loose. It's 3-1. They're on their feet. Again, this double armbar is tough. Somehow Freeman lost the grip on that double armbar. You get 4 near fall. 7-0 the lead. Jaden Nixon on a single leg shot. Hamill getting to a spladle. 3 near fall, or takedown Hamill, near fall coming. End of one period at 106. Jackson Freeman 7-0 to lead. No takedown given by the official in the Hamill match. I can't believe it. Hamill with a whizzer, reaches back inside for a cutback, rolls over the top, got a takedown. And runs him back over. Hamill's got to elevate his head. End of the period. There's going to be some points handed out here. And we'll see what the score says. They're a little slow getting it put up on the board. And head coach Scott Bennett's over there to check on the scoring as well, make sure they got it right. 7-0 the lead still for Jackson Freeman. He's on top, second period of riding. Got legs right on this near side on Michael Bremer at Marshfield. Gonna facelift him. Rolls back over the top with the legs right in, kind of. Freeman's out over top of the shoulders pretty far. Now he gets back. 10-1 the lead for the Red Raider. 45 seconds left, second period. Freeman trying to dig in a second legs ride. Now trying to get a Turk tip. Now he digs in both legs. It's now 8-1, start of the second period in the Hamill Nix match. And Hamill's on the bottom to start the second period. Hamill working to his feet. Nix dives back in on a double leg. Freeman with a stack attempt again, but end of the period comes. Thank goodness there. Scramble there with Micah Bremer of Marshfield and Jackson Freeman. Caution jumping to start Freeman. 10-1, the Red Raider with the lead after two periods. They're on their feet. Hamill's ahead 9-1. And he's inside of a front headlock by Jaden Nix out of D.C. Everest. Freeman just got taken down. It's 10-4, his lead over Micah Bremer. Hamill's got a cradle locked up on him, near side style, and he's got to fight this off. 9-4 is the lead for the Red Raider. Hamill. Hamill won 10-9 over Jaden Nix in the dual meet. And this is kind of coming back the same way. Hamill with the lead and Nix coming back on him. Nix still has the cradle locked up, trying to turn Hamill with 5 seconds left. He's not going to get him turned. 9-4 after 2. Potentially dangerous stoppage of action in the Freeman match. Freeman down the bottom. Bremer on top, trying to ride and turn. Freeman with a 10-4 lead. Hamel on top, starting the third period in his match with Jaden Nix. And we have the 126-pound matchup. Aspen Tritz on the mat against Brett Suhaki out of Merrill. These two did not wrestle in a dual meet. And we got potentially dangerous in the Freeman match one more time. As Aspen Tritz gets a takedown on the edge of the wrestling circle, he leads 3-0. Hamel still on top, riding 9-4 with a minute left. Third period. Hamel in a scramble, in some trouble here. (11-4). Jackson Freeman with a win. Hamel just got reversed. It's 9-6, 28 seconds left. And at 126 pounds, Aspen Tritz in the lead, 6-1 over Brett Suhaki of Merrill. Tritz going to put him on his feet. Eight seconds left in the Hamel match. Bar by Jaden Nix, the DC Everest, trying to run Hamel over. End of the period, 9-6. Hamel hangs on for the win. And now down to the 120-pound matchup. Landon Freeman against Sam Riddle out of Stevens Point. Sam Riddle was at 120 in the dual meet, and Deegan Armagast beat him 11-0. 6-2 the lead for Aspen Tritz. And in a wild throw attempt, Brett Suhaki almost had Hamel going to his back. Hamel rolled him through it. Got a takedown 9-2. 3-0 the lead for 120-pounder Landon Freeman. Freeman now has a bloody nose. Aspen Tritz now with a cradle. And got near fall. 26 seconds left first period, 12-2. And again, Aspen Tritz will be wide open all the time. Cradle again. Takes him back. And somehow Suhaki got turned inside and countered it temporarily. More near fall coming now as Tritz turns him one more time. 12-2 the lead at end of the first period, and we're going to get more near fall. 16-2. Again, huge amount of points in the first period. Landon Freeman getting his nosebleed straightened up and cleaned up. Starting the second period, Aspen Tritz will be down and Suhaki of Merrill will be on top. Tritz on the blink of an eye, up to his feet, turns to face, reaches back, tries to whip over Suhaki, but Suhaki ducked his head. Tritz back again to his feet. On the top part is Tritz. He gets the escape. There's a tech fall win for Aspen Tritz. And Aiden Armagast, no, excuse me, my mistake. Landon Freeman on the bottom of your screen, now on the full screen. Against Sam Riddle, 3-1. Riddle got the escape to his feet. Riddle trying to use that arm tie. And Landon Freeman countering. Now Freeman on the offensive shoots in, got stopped. Backs out of that, goes back to neutral. Carter Freeman getting ready to go at 138. His opponent is Karsten Kilty of Marshfield. Freeman in on a single leg. Covers him up, takes him to the mat. 6-1, 18 seconds left. Hopped over to a left side legs ride. And in 5 seconds, the end of the period is coming. Carter Freeman with a takedown early, and he cuts Kilty loose, 3-1. 6-1 the lead now over the Red Raider. On the top of your screen is Freeman in on a single leg. Takes Kilty out in front of him, picks the far side ankle, covers him up, got the takedown. On the bottom half of your screen is Landon Freeman. Sam Riddle takes the bottom in the Freeman match. Freeman will be on top. Freeman digs in a deep, tight waist, chops an elbow. Carter Freeman 6-2, going to work with 1:12 left on top. Around the corner, cradle from the feet, locked up is Freeman. Started out to be a little sweep shot, but then caught a cradle on the way through. Got a takedown 9-2. He leads 53 seconds left. Landon Freeman on top riding here. Sam Riddle of Stevens Point. Again, Riddle and Landon Freeman did not wrestle in the dual meet. Freeman with a tip now with an Ellsworth bar. Going to get near fall on that top half of your screen. 13-2 now the lead. Still 6-1 with 50 seconds left. Second period in the Freeman-Riddle match of Stevens Point. Freeman with a bar. Trying to get it both hands back together and get them locked. Oh, he's got a bar and a wrist tied up. And they're off the mat, says the official. Carter Freeman 13-2 now, starting the second period. They're on their feet. Freeman with another takedown is 16-2. Landon Freeman's got the match slowed down a little bit now as he's on top, doing a good job riding. 10 seconds left, second period. As Sam Riddle has nothing for him. Quick turn attempt, suicide style. Near fall coming. Big points there at the end of the period. 3 near fall, 9-1. Carter Freeman's got Kilty on his back on the top screen. There is the pin in 2:48 for Carter Freeman. Back now down to the Landon Freeman match, excuse me. He's got the reversal. Crossface, you can see him working on chopping that far side elbow in. 11-1 with 136 left, and we have 144-pounder Gavin Jacob on the mat. He's taking on Callum Wheeler from Merrill. Wheeler is Merrill's lone ranked wrestler. He's ranked 10th. Again, Jacob's in a very tough weight class this year. $132-pounder Aiden Armagast on the mat against Caleb File of Wausau West. They step out now. 3 Red Raiders on the mat at one time. Just under a minute, 11-1, the Red Raider, Landon Freeman. Working for a turn one more time. Got a bar on the right-hand side. And Riddle gets the escape. Freeman in on a single leg, takes him down, cuts him loose one more time, 30 seconds left. Shot in again after he cleared the hands, comes up with a single, elevates, lifts, back dump, takes him down. Gonna cut him loose one more time, 17-3, gotta hurry, got 15 seconds. 17-4 right now, need a takedown, slide by, into a single. Trying to drive into a double. 3, 2, 1, not gonna be able to get it, 17-4. For the win on Landon Freeman. Gavin Jacob was taken down by Callum Wheeler. He trails 3-0, 28 seconds left. We're over on the 132-pound matchup. That's Aiden Armagast against Caleb File, Wausau West. File and Aiden Armagast did not wrestle in the dual meet. Each had a different weight class. Front headlock, around the corner we went. File stands up. Underhook with head position by Armagast. After one period, Gavin Jacob trails 3-0 to Callum Wheeler Romero. Aiden Armagast trying to stack File up into the period, 0-0 after one. Gavin Jacob going to go over and get his nosebleed cleaned up. Aiden Armagast taking the bottom position to start the second period. Still tied at 0. Stepped into a legs ride, did File of Wausau West. Armagast elevates the hips, goes back to his base. Files lost a leg ride. He's got his leg tied up underneath the body of Armagast, and Armagast trying to work his way out from the inside. Armagast takes File to his feet and sets him back on the mat, trying to catch a head. Armagast like a dog on a bone with that leg there. He's still sitting in tight, 55 seconds left. Crossbody half by File now, and Armagast to a high base. Gavin Jacobs still riding Callum Wheeler Romero with 1:33 left second period. He trails 3-0. Armagast now trying to catch. He turns inside, gets the reversal, 2-0. Trying to work into a bar is Aiden Armagast. Got a bar. Trying to run him over. 10 seconds left. Can he get some near fall? End of the period. 2-0 Aiden Armagast. 4-0 Callum Wheeler Romero leads Gavin Jacob. 45 seconds left in the second period. Aiden Armagast on top starting the third period. Gavin Jacobs just got taken down in the second period. 7-0 he trails. And File able to get the escape, 2-1. Lateral drop attempt. And Aiden Armgast catches him on his back. Going to get major points coming here if you don't pin him. Ill-advised throw attempt by Caleb File of Wausau West. Puts himself on his own back. Minute 10 left, a lot of time. Oh, and File able to get stomach down. 9-1 now the lead for the Red Raider. Aiden Armagast at 132. Gavin Jacobs still trying to score on Callum Wheeler Merrill. Armagast again has File on his back. And now File steps over the top and gets a reversal on Aiden Armagast. 13-3 right now. 30 seconds. And we got another Red Raider out at 157. That's Mason Tritz. He's taking on Graydon Road out of Marshfield. And Armagast got the reversal back. Now it's 15-3. That's the way the match is going to end. A little bit wild at times. Big score for Aiden Armagast. 15-3 major decision for the Red Raider. We'll head back to the Gavin Jacob match at 144. He's behind 10-0 now with 1:04 left, third period. Keep you updated on the Mason Tritz match. Graydon Road of Marshfield is ranked 13th in the state at 157. And Mason Tritz ranked 11th. Road in on a shot, high flying one. Got to take down on Tritz. Still 10-0 with 30 seconds left in a 144-pound match. Mason Tritz now able to get Rowe out in front of him. And one escape at the end of the period. 3-1, Road of Marshfield leads. 10-0 score in the Jacob match with only 4 seconds left. And there is the end of the match. 10-0 winner, Callum Wheeler at 144. Swing you back over to the Mason Tritz match at 157 against Marshfield's Graydon Road. Tritz trying to turn inside here. Again, he kind of likes that grub around style. Second period. Tritz gets the escape. It's 3-2. And Tritz now has to go get a nosebleed stopped and cleaned up. Red Raiders fast and furious here on the mat. 165-pounder Jeremiah Peters gets a bye in his third round matchup. Oakley Plus will be on the mat against Kyle Magdalena out Stevens Point. Kyler Tritz will be on the mat against Carson Brooks of Merrill. Aiden Steinbrook on the mat against Grant Alar Marshfield. And then Tanner Gormanson, your heavyweight, takes on Brock Karolfi of Marshfield. That's the upcoming matches in this third round, the final round of the scramble portion. What the scramble portion does is place winners and losers, and then by the way you wrestled and won and lost your record there, you go into the bracketing system for placement matches. On their feet, starting the 1:36 left second period, 3-2 for Graydon Road. Tritz with a shot and didn't get there though. Now Tritz trying to grub in there, come up with a single. Rhodes trying to counter. Tritz is locked up around the high thigh, now steps across the leg, and Grode outsteps that. Flattens Tritz down on his stomach. Stalemate, says the official. That's a good call. 51 seconds left. Be huge if Tritz can get a takedown here. .40 seconds. A little quicker on his feet is Graydon Road. .22 seconds. Underhook with head position by the Red Raider here. .8 seconds. And we got Oakley Pluis on the mat at 175. End of the period, 3-2 as Tritz shot in, got there, but ran out of time. Oakley Pluis trying to get into a throwing battle with Kyle Madlena. Stevens Point. Madlena puts him on his back. And that's going to be some big points for Madlena. Tritz on top starting the third. He's got to keep Rode down on the mat. And Rhodes able to turn and face him now, looking, trying to get the reversal. Tritz's head stuck underneath, trying to hang on to a single leg. 7-1, Oakley Pluis trails with a minute left first period. Off the mat, 4-2, Tritz trails. Oakley Pluis just got pinned in 117. Kyler Tritz getting ready to go out at 190 against Carson Brooks out of Merrill. These two did not wrestle in the dual meet. 48 seconds left yet. Tritz is trying to get into the under overhooks. Got the underhook. Trying to go around the corner is Graydon Road. 30 seconds remaining. Road with an ankle pick. Tritz flattened out on his stomach. Stalemate with 19 seconds left. Tritz on his feet, still working for the takedown. Warning, stalling Road of Marshfield. He knows he's got the lead. He doesn't really have to engage. You just got to defend. 8 seconds left. Tritz coming into him, but Road backing up. 4-2. Graydon Rohde defeats Mason Tritz. Back down to the Tritz match now as he just got a takedown on Carson Brooks of Merrill. Tritz is ranked 6th at 190 pounds in the state. And at 150 pounds, Jack Ackerman gave Kristen Galang of Wausau West a medical forfeit. We do believe he is pretty sick, in talking to the coaching staff. So he lost on a medical forfeit. We'll see if he continues on through the tournament. Red Raiders coming into this round had 45 points. Wausau West had 42. DC Everest 38. Stevens Point 37.5. Marshfield 35.5. Merrill 32.5. Wausau East 12. Now the updated points. Joyce just slapped me alongside the head. Wisconsin Rapids 129.5. Wausau West 115. Stevens Point 90.5. DC Everest 67.5. That's the top handful of teams. Starting the second period, Tritz goes down. Tritz easily to his feet, worked on hands, and Brooks isn't close to holding him. 4-0 the lead for the Red Raider. Should have Aiden Steinbrück at 2:15 left yet against Grant Alar Marshfield, and then Tanner Gormanson, the heavyweight, against Brock Karolfi of Marshfield. Blast double. Tritz just runs right through Brooks. 7-0 now. He's got a nice lead opened up. Little tip attempt. Didn't quite get the shoulders exposed. Switch for the rest of the bar, goes around the corner, runs Brooks over, got 55 seconds, don't need that much time. Tritz wins with a pin. In 3:07. And Tanner Gormanson going to stay right here at the heavyweights. He wrestled Brock Karolfi in the dual meet and pinned him in 141. These guys know each other fairly well as they practice together in some off-season stuff. Karolfi looking to get in some throwing positions here on Gormanson. Gormanson looking to set up a good hard collar tie. Arm tie by the Red Raider heavyweight. Karolfi and backing up, skating around the outside circle. Hard to wrestle somebody you wrestled quite a bit in the past. They seen each other not too long ago on the dual meet side. Underhook by Gormanson, tried to get to a near side knee pick, couldn't reach it that time. Both fighting for inside position. Gormanson snatches a collar tie with a right hand. Forces him down on the head, now puts him in the front chin lock, goes to an underhook. Nice little setup to a near side single, drives him across the balance point. 3-0 the lead for the Red Raider, 42 seconds left. Gormanson with that hard hanging right-handed tight waist. Now got some weight on Karolfi, chops an arm, 22 seconds left. Spiral ride takes him out of bounds, 12 seconds left. We're going to get a restart. Normally the heavyweights don't fire off hard from the bottom, and you can see that was not much. Gormanson just chops an arm, puts him on his shoulder. And the period runs out. 3-0 the Red Raider after one. Gormanson's choice, he defers. Karolfi's choice, he'll take the bottom. Gormanson covers, chops that right side arm again, puts Karolfi on his forehead. Now he's looking to go for a pin. Got that bar and a wrist. Near fall coming. Gormanson settling in. Trying to get some chest pressure back on him. Broke the pinning grip. Got his near fall 11-0. As he lets him up, 11-1 should be on the scoreboard. Into a single leg for the big man. Runs him over. Takes him to his back. Body locks him up. Pin for Tanner Gormanson in 2:43. This guy is going to be something to deal with down this tournament trail at a heavyweight spot. He's learned how to wrestle, gotten some strength to go with the size of that body. And now we're waiting to see if Aiden Stainbrook at 2:15 steps to the mat. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Valley Conference Red Raider Wrestling. Back down for the placement matches, the championship round at the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament from Wausau East. Thank you again for watching on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. We're glad we can bring you the Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. Team scores going into this round. Wisconsin Rapids leads 175.5. Wausau West in second, 148. Marshfield in third, 143.5. D.C. Everest in fourth, 141. Stevens Point in fifth, 133.5. Merrill in sixth with 119. Wausau East bring up the rear at 52. Going to be like a Red Raider Wausau West dual meet quite a while in this round. Starting off at 106 pounds, you have Jackson Freeman in the championship against Eldon Roth out of Stevens Point. Jackson Freeman won on a tech fall 20-3 over Eldon Roth in a dual meet. Jackson Freeman ranked 15th in the state at 106 pounds. Freeman around the corner he goes. Trying to step over the leg and lock it down. Roth has got a knee tied up. Freeman's trying to get better position on top. And they give it a stalemate just before Freeman's going to get the takedown. Eldon Roth's a small guy at 106 pounds. Shot in by Freeman inadvisably, and Roth in a scramble reshoots back in. You can't get complacent. Roth's a good wrestling name from Stevens Point. You're just so small. Freeman in a scramble on the edge of the mat now. Stepped over the head of Roth. Off the mat they go in a scramble. No call for points. Good, no call. You'll see two officials on each mat now. You got a head official in charge of the mat, and you got an assistant. The Red Raiders in the championship on every match from 106 through 138. Power of the team sits pretty much there. till you get to the top end. Roth in on a single again. Got it elevated. Looking to get to the okey choke is Freeman. Roth drives across, picks that far knee. 18 seconds left. And we're probably could get another stalemate here. 3 seconds, 2, 1. The end of the period, 0-0. Wild scramble. Freeman was on the worst looking end of it for a little bit. Flip of the disc comes up. Came up Roth's color, so he deferred, and Freeman's going down. And Roth is going to put him on his feet, give him the free ride and a free point. 1-0 the lead for Freeman. Now, if I was Freeman, I'd try to dial that enthusiasm down a click or two, set up some good takedowns, not just fly around the mat, because Roth can wrestle a little bit, even though he's so small. Snap by Freeman. Tried to get a slide by, miss. Snapped him down one-handed, drives in. Little hip toss by Roth. Freeman steps across the body, gets the legs right in, end up on top. Gets a takedown. Good scramble by Freeman. Roth, a dangerous wrestler here. Place where Freeman wants to burn some clock now. He's ahead 4-1, a minute left, second period. Working across body, now sticks the second legs in, flattens the hips down of Roth. Again, Roth, a wrestling name for a long time from the Stevens Point area. Legs right again by Freeman, working across body on that wrist. Roth is still staying in a solid base here. 20 seconds. Trying to hook a bar up here. Trying to get a turn. Roth is flattening out. Ellsworth bar. End of the period. 4-0 Freeman. Roth's choice. He's going on his feet. He wants to go to takedown game. Freeman has to protect legs now. Wrestle like you know you're in the lead. You don't have to necessarily fly wide open and try to score big points. You're looking to get the win here. Roth with a shot in, almost behind Freeman. Got to the ankle. Roth trying to come out the backside. Freeman in a scramble here. And they are tied up in a knot like you can't believe. Stalemate. Good call. 1:03 left, third period. Again, a takedown with the new takedown points awarded will make this match really close. Freeman dives in with a collar tie from his knees. Slide by missed. Freeman in again. Roth drops down on a single. He's so small that he can just get underneath you in a hurry. Freeman now using some size and weight, stepping across, going to try and figure for the head here. 3 takedown, Freeman. That's a major takedown right there, and then he stacks Roth up. Referee's not even on the side where the shoulders are. Now Freeman puts him there, and that's a tight pin right there. I'm not sure what the official looked at there as a pin. 5:52 on the fall. Jackson Freeman, a champion at 106.
From Wisconsin Rapids, Jackson Freeman.
106-pound Valley Conference champion, Jackson Freeman. And there's an injury in one of the matches for third place, so I think they're going to move the scoring and timing for the third place bouts, as they're, I do believe, waiting for medical personnel to arrive. So Wausau West wrestler, so we wish him the best in recovering from his injury. Next up, Luke Hamill against Samuel Vohm. These two did not wrestle in the dual meet in the Valley Conference. Hamill was at 113. Vohm was at 120. Vohm beat Deegan Armagast 11-1. Hamill beat Blake Mell on a pin in 307. And now the officials got squared away. They moved the third place match at 113. And here comes Hamill and Vohm. Hamill and Vohm going at it now. Vohm trying to get underneath. Hamill with a front headlock. Now he's got an underhook with elbow control. Tried to pick a knee and toss him. Didn't quite commit to tossing him. Vohm trying to come up now as Hamill's coming up with him. Hamill reached in, trying to pick a leg. Vohm did the same. Vohm on the outside looking in, and they call him out of bounds. Vohm with a hard collar tie on the left-hand side, trying to snap Hamill to slide by. Hamill fights his way back to his feet after he was off balance underneath Vohm. Vohm with a collar, an elbow tie, with head position. Hamill snatches him down to him. Now with a front headlock is Hamill. Short drag attempt by Vohm. Hamill catches a leg on the inside. Hamill's trying to come up. Vohm picking an ankle. Hamill trying to get to a double. Can he come up with him? Turn the corner, takes him to the mat. We'll see what happens here in the scramble. Hamill trying to step over the leg. Now he's got to work up the body. 24 seconds left yet. Hamill got to stay big in the center here. Vohm comes around and gets the takedown with 12 seconds left on the board and the end of the period. Big 3 points to give up towards the end of the period. Hamill after one trails 3-0 Vohm's choice. He defers Hamill's choice. He's going to go on his feet. Volm with a shot, got to the knee of Hamill. Ankle trip, or a knee trip, excuse me. And Volm gets another takedown. He leads 6-0. Little Turk attempt. No points there yet. Trying to Turk again is Volm. No near fall again. Hamill fighting this off pretty hard. Got a 1 count. No, I think the referee says 2, but he only counted once. I'm not sure what he's got going on here. Volm still got that Turk attempt. Now he backs off. Hamill gets stomach down. He did award 2 near fall to Volm, 8-0. Hamill got to build a base now. 45 seconds left. Near fall coming again on that Ellsworth bar tip. There's 4 more near fall. Volm riding hard on Hamill here. Volm not quite able to turn Hamill there. He lost that half. Volm's got that ankle bite in. Hamill tried to roll him off the top. End of the period, 12-0. And Volm's going on his feet. Volm with a shot, and he got there. Got the takedown. It's 15-0. That's a tick fall for Sam Volm of Wausau West. Luke Hamill finishing in second place for the Red Raiders. Next up for the Red Raiders at 126 pounds, Aspen Tritz against Henry Ruffy of Wausau West. Tritz not in the lineup for the Red Raiders when they took on Wausau West. Ruffy wrestled Landon Freeman. Landon Freeman tech-falled him 19-4. Excuse me, we got to go back a weight class. 120-pounder Landon Freeman. My mistake, and I apologize. Landon Freeman against Titus Seefeld of Wausau West. We're going to take a look back and see if he wrestled. I don't think they did. Seefeld not in the lineup for Wausau West at that dual meet. Landon Freeman took on Henry Ruffy and tech-falled him 19-4, as I had mentioned. And we're still waiting for the medical personnel to come and work with the Wausau West wrestler. And other matches are going on here. Now they're going to wait just a little bit, I guess, to let the 113-pound third-place match catch up. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. Hey, we're back now, 120 pounds, championship match. Landon Freeman, your Red Raider, against Titus Seefeld of Wausau West. These two did not wrestle in a dual meet earlier in the year. This will be a fresh matchup. Landon Freeman ranked 9th in the state at 120 pounds. Front headlock now, and a bad shot by Seafeld. Around the corner, back and forth. Here we go. Around the corner, back to their feet, and both wrestlers survive. They're neutral. Ankle pick attempt, but somehow he lost the ankle, and Seafeld got a takedown. Freeman up to his feet, trying to work on hands. Warning, stalling Wausau West. Not trying to return him to the mat, just hanging on. And we have some blood time on Landon Freeman. Next up for the Red Raiders, Aspen Tritz at 126 pounds in a championship match against Henry Ruffy of Wausau West. And then Aiden Armagast at 132 in the championship against Remington Skick out of Merrill. All right, Freeman's ready to go. Got his nose plugged up, nosebleed stopped, trails 3-0. 45 seconds left first period. Got to get one at least back here. Up to his feet. Cuts him loose, 3-1. Now with a good setup and a good shot, you got a chance to take the lead here. Shot in by Freeman, took a long time to get there, but did at the knee, got it elevated. Trip attempt, takes him down, covers him up, got the lead, 4-3 now. Deep tight ways by Freeman. 5 seconds left in the period. You got to keep him locked up tight here on the mat. End of the period. 4-3. Freeman comes back from giving up that early takedown. Freeman's choice, he defers, and Seafeld's choice going on their feet. Again, 3 points this year for a takedown. So that really can run up some score. You can build a big lead in a hurry. As around the corner, Seafeld went and had a knee temporarily. And you can come from behind in a hurry as well. Seafeld hanging on to the wrist of Freeman. Freeman got a hard time getting it free. Snatches him into that front chin lock, trying to get to an underhook. And Seafeld pulls his head out of there. .105 left yet, second period. Trying to drive across to a far side knee pick. Shot in again, missed it. Shot one more time around the corner, the front headlock, around the corner again we go. Shuck on by, missed it, couldn't get free enough. Could not complete it. Had two really good chances at it. And the Wausau West wrestler getting a big round of applause from the fans here as he is finally taken off the mat. Again, front headlock by Freeman around the corner. 15 seconds back on their feet. Shot in, a reach in by Seafeld. Now Freeman's going on the attempt with a wrist control. End of the period is here. 4-3. Landon Freeman. Freeman's cotton ball come out of his nose. He goes, gets another one, throws the first one away, puts the second one back in there. Freeman's going down. Titus Seefeld of Wausau West, his opponent. Freeman leads 4-3. Tight waist and some elbow control by Seefeld. Freeman to his feet. Whizzer now by Freeman, and Seefeld bails on that. Freeman with the escape. He leads 5-3. One takedown by Seefeld, though, he'll get the lead back. Freeman with a sweep shot and missed it. Hanging heavy on the back of the collar tie. Again, sweep by Seefeld. Both of them swings and misses. 105 left yet. Front snap down by Freeman, trying to go around the corner. Seefeld's got an elbow control. Couldn't complete the takedown again. 40 seconds left. Starting to pick up the intensity here. Around the corner again. Got a leg this time. Can he complete it? Takedown. Landon Freeman, 8-3. That should be enough right there. "15 seconds, 8-3 the Red Raider. Landon Freeman, the 120-pound champion of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. Next up, the 126 pounds, Aspen Tritz and Henry Ruffy of Wausau West.
From Wisconsin Rapids, Landon Freeman.
Congratulations to Jackson Freeman and Landon Freeman on your two first-place finishes. Luke Hamlin second to this point. 126-pound bout coming up. And here we got Henry Ruffy. Ruffy wrestled Landon Freeman in a dual meet. Landon Freeman tech faulted him 19-4.
From Wisconsin Rapids, Stan Tricks. And from Wausau West, Henry Ruffy.
Ruffy with an underhook and head position on Tritz. Tritz backs him off. Tritz with an arm tie. Ruffy backing around the mat, trying to get to a leg, step in with a leg lace. Tritz clears the arm, goes through with a double leg shot, comes out on top. Steps across the leg, works up the body, and there's his 3 takedown. 112 left yet. As we had mentioned a number of times, Tritz is wide open. The gas pedal cannot get pushed down on the floorboard far enough. Also wrestling with some sports safety goggles on. Ruffy to his feet. Tritz just cuts him loose. 3-1, 45 seconds left. Arm tie again by Tritz. Backing Ruffy around the mat. Inside leg trip. Missed it. Tritz still working at arm tie. Now a little sweep shot around the corner. Underhook, headlock by Tritz. Takedown and near fall coming, 5 seconds left. Nope, near fall. Boy, Rough-Eye was flat there at the end, and 10-1 now the lead for the Red Raider. Tritz's choice, he defers. Rough-Eye's choice. He's going to go down. I know he's going to go on top. Didn't win the battle on his feet. Got tied up and taken down a couple times. Tritz gets the escape. Rough-Eye can't hold him. 5 seconds, he was out. Tritz a little slide by. Rough-Eye trying to step over. 3 more takedown. Rough-Eye tried to step over the leg and lock it down, but Tritz used it like an Oki choke leg lace there. It's 14-1 right now. Now they're out of bounds. Tritz still remained in control. 1:17 left. They're going to put him up on his feet, give him a free ride to free point. It's going to be 14-2. Takedown is a tech fall. Rough-Eye come diving in. Tritz with the power half on him. Going to stretch some neck muscles. Pancake headlock to his back. Pin for Tritz. In 2:57 on the fall. Aspen Tritz, your 126-pound Valley Conference champion. He's going to be fun to watch for the next handful of years. Next up, 132-pound weight class. Aiden Armagast against Remington Skick of Merrill. Remington Skick was ranked earlier in the year. He's fell out of the rankings. Carter Freeman wrestled Skick in a dual meet. And Freeman tech-falled him 19-3. Aiden Armagast was not in the lineup during that dual meet. So now we're waiting a little bit for Skick of Merrill to show up at the table. Oh, they're going to hand out some awards. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. The match at 132 pounds in the championship. Aiden Armagast, your Red Raider, against Remington Skick out of Merrill. Aiden Armagast is 16th in the rankings at 144. He's wrestled up quite a bit for the Red Raiders to fill the lineups out. Armagast took a shot in, got caught coming in, and just lifted back to his feet. Underhooks by Armagast, and Skick backs him off. Was blocking that all the way, like he should. Hard shot into the forehead by Skick, and he drove right in behind and got a takedown on Armagast. Armagast up, walks away from him. 3-1 the lead, a minute left. Again, something that the Red Raiders have had some problems with is guys shooting on their legs. They haven't protected them at times very well. See the big leg wrap on Armagast's right knee. Skick again, reshot front chin lock by Armagast around the corner, shuck on by, couldn't catch up to him. Armagast with another shot to a single. 15 seconds left. Out the back door. Skick trying to hang on to a leg. Should have the take. No, not quite. And he gave up the takedown with 1 second left in the period. Critical mistake there. He was only down 3-1. Now he's down 6-1. Aiden Armagast's choice. He deferred, and Skick's choice. He's going down. That's a huge 3 points at the very last second of a period. Armagast with a tight waist, trying to chop a wrist down. Skick trying to get a set out. Skick to a high base. Aiden Armagast picks that right side ankle, or left side ankle, excuse me, and takes him back to his base on the mat now. Armagast going to cut him loose, give him a 7-1 lead. In the first 6 weight classes, the Red Raiders in a championship match in each weight class. Got to have Aiden Armagast see if he can turn this 7-1 deficit around a little bit. Skick in on a shot, runs right through and out, powers Armagast. 10-1 now, just under 30 seconds left, second period. Armagast to his feet, skips out of the way. It's 10-2 now, 18 seconds. Front chin lock by the Red Raider. Shuck on by, can't get there. End of 2 periods, 10-2. Skick leads. Armagast goes down. He's got to catch Skick now for some major points to get back in this match. Just bases off on the start, posts his legs. Backs up over his feet again, switch attempt. Skick just cuts him loose. He knows he can give up a point here or there and not have to worry. And Armagast got poked in the eye. Almost all the time that's inadvertent, just from the head taps and the head feints. Sometimes both wrestlers just move at the wrong particular time and ends up with a finger in the eye or a thumb in the eye. As I said, more than likely not on purpose. But it will stop you. .103 left, 10-3. Skick with a lead. Armagast trying to clear his vision. Shot in again by Armagast. Got stopped down on the mat. Taken down by Remington Skick. (13-3). Up to his feet, and Skick cuts him loose. 50 seconds left. 13-4. Not out of the match yet, but in dire straits. Armagost was looking to underhook and cow catch toss him, but ran out of the strength department. Skick shot in. And they go out of bounds. The Skick is on the offensive, chasing him around the mat. "20 seconds. Drag attempt around the corner. Tried to dump it, but then just straightened out his leg and settled him down. 16-4 with 6 seconds left. Going to be a major decision. Remington Skick. 16-4 over Eden Armagost. He finishes in second place in the Valley Conference for the Red Raiders. Next up, DC Everest in Wisconsin Rapids. DC Everest has Josiah Beltran. And he is going to take on Carter Freeman, your last year's state champion for the Red Raiders. Beltran was ranked 11th at 138 this year. Carter Freeman ranked 1st. Landon Freeman being announced as the champion as he gets his awards. Congratulations. And now I do believe here we go with Josiah Beltran of DC Everest and Carter Freeman. Championship at 138. Beltran with his back to face you. Freeman facing you. Beltran trying to attack early. Trying to be real physical. Freeman just launched him off the mat.
For third place on mat number 2, from Marshfield, Ashley Kilty, and from Wausau West, Delang. And in your championship match, mat number 1, from Wisconsin Rapids, Carter Freeman, and from DC Everest, Josiah Beltran.
Josiah Beltran wades into that underhook forcibly. Snap down by Beltran. He locks on again. Speed by Freeman. Here we go around the corner. Cradle from the feet. Takes him to the mat. Stacks him on his shoulders. Freeman walks up a Tritz cradle. Trapping that leg, walking it towards the head. Take your time, Carter. You got a lot of it. 110. Not much that Beltran can do under here except try to survive. Tritz is stacking him up again. That looks even better right there. Pin. 107, Carter Freeman. All that physicality in the attempts by Beltran didn't really prove out much as Freeman stood there, took it all, and pinned him in a minute 7. Congratulations on being the 138-pound Valley Conference state champion. Next up, Gavin Jacobs at 144 against Alexander Wright from Wausau West in a 5th place match. We'll take a short break. We'll bring you that when we return. Back now to 144-pound weight class. Gavin Jacob, your Red Raider, against Alexander Voigt out of Wausau West. Look back in the dual meet. Alexander Voigt wrestled Aiden Armagost. Armagost beat him 16-5. Two different style wrestlers between Armagost and Jacob. So we'll see how this match goes. Right now, the Red Raiders lead 197.5 points to Wausau West 157. Marshfield in third, 151. DC Everest with 147. Stevens Point, 137. Merrill, 131. And Wausau East, 56.
I already had something. Thanks, though.
And Jacob's been taken down here. And they go off the mat. 3-0. Jacobs trails. They're going to put him back on his feet. Going to be 3-1. Jacob, as I mentioned, in a pretty tough weight class at 144. Jacob in on a single, but he's getting crunched up to the mat. Now he's trying to come out the size change corner. Got the takedown. It's now 4-3, Jacob. Nice work there. Stayed with it long enough, fought through it. Kind of toughed it out. Near fall would be nice right now. We could get a couple here. .22 seconds left. Hoyt trying to come out and clear his hips. Jacob around the corner rode with him. Got a bar now on this near side. 12 seconds left. Jacob's trying to step around the corner, and Vogt plants a foot down and try to stand up. We're going to run out the period here on the edge of the circle. 4-3, Gavin Jacob with a lead. And where do we go here? Both on their feet. I think that's Vogt's choice. Shot in, missed. Jacob got down to a low single. Elevating it now. Front trip. Whizzer by Vogt. Jacobs worked up the body, fought through that whizzer, got the takedown. Good work by the Red Raider. Just toughed out that whizzer. 7-3 now. Minute and a half left. Jacob on top of riding the Wausau West Warrior. Vogt took a couple of the initial shots. Now he gets a reversal. 7-5 now. Jacobs tried to kick him off the top. Couldn't do that. Minute 5 left. Jacob got a score from the bottom. Vogt picking an ankle. Jacob in his high base. Locked hands by Vogt. That's going to be a penalty in Jacob's favor. 1 point. Gavin Jacob. Technical violation on Vogt. Locked hands when they were around the waist on their knees. 8-5 now with 41 seconds left. Jacob trying to hit a switch. Comes up to his feet. Didn't do anything with his hands though. Just let him fly around in the air. And locked hands again on Vogt. Technical violation. 1 point. Jacob. Build a lead anytime you can here. Anyway. 30 seconds. Jacob to his feet. Hits a switch on the way down. Nice work there. 11-5 now with the 2 points for the reversal. And we're down counting inside of 5 seconds. Jacob on top of riding. End of the second period, and it's Jacob's choice. He goes down to start the third with a 6-point lead. Jacob again, hard start, worked to his feet, got some motion, hit the switch on the way down to the mat, got the reversal for a second time in a row. 13-5 for the Red Raider. Got a major decision on the board right now. That's an extra half team point. That's extra 1 team point, excuse me. Legs right by Jacob on the far side. Digs in that left side one right now. Working on a power half, trying to get there. $110. Jacob trying to go to work on a power half, but Vogt picks that off. Jacob has the double legs right in and hip pressure down across the lower back of Vogt. Tip attempt. Crossbody half off the legs right. Near fall coming for the Red Raider. Got him on his back with 28 seconds left. His near side shoulder is just off the mat. 20 seconds. Jacob lifting the head up. There's the pin. Nice work, Gavin Jacob. 5:49 on the fall. 5th place for the Red Raider with authority. Extra 2 team points in the column for the Red Raider team with that pin by Gavin Jacobs. Next up, Jack Ackerman in the 3rd place match at 150 pounds. We'll bring you that match when we return to the Valley Conference Tournament here in Wausau East. Back down to the 5th place match, at the 3rd place match at 157 pounds. Mason Tritz, your Red Raider, against Wausau West Lane Pernsteiner. Wausau West forfeited to Tritz, pulled Pernsteiner out of the lineup in the dual meet. Actually, they moved him up on Jeremiah Peters is what they did. Pernsteiner pinned Peters. So we'll see how this match goes.
And on your first place match number 1, wrestling from DC Everest, Carson Kemp. And from Marshfield,
Tritz with a shot down low, got stretched out, got his face put on the mat. See if he can come up with a single or a double. Trying to crawl into it, turns the corner, double, nice work, Mason Tritz. 3 takedown, and as Craig just said, looking for the cradle. Go figure. There he is, locked up, cradled. Over on his back goes Pernsteiner. Tritz sticking a knee underneath, trying to block the rocking and rolling moves here. Head right in the ear of Pernsteiner, pulling that head and knee towards each other. 38 seconds left. Pernsteiner did a world of hurt if he can't pick the hands apart on Tritz. Pin, Tritz, 137 on the fall. Mason Tritz finishing in 3rd place for the Red Raiders and picking up 2 more bonus team points with the pin. 4 more with the pin, but 4 more with the place points and 2 more with a pin. Red Raiders advancing their lead over Wausau West. Mason Tritz once again finishing in 3rd place. Next up, Josiah Peters scheduled to go against Jose Juarez Medina from Wausau West at 165. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling.
Awards area. Your top
That's
is at 144 pounds.
After a wild and woolly finals match, I went to overtime at 157. I'm going to hand out some awards.
Easton Lennon.
Next up for the Red Raiders, way down the far side on that mostly black, fades kind of to red. Jeremiah Peters, your Red Raider, will take on Jose Quinones Medina from Wausau West.
Will the top three place winners from 150 pounds please report to the awards area?
And we're looking to see if these two wrestled each other. They pulled Jose Quinones Medina and put Lane Pernsteiner on Peters. So we'll see how this matchup goes. A fresh matchup. Red Raiders have the lead so far, 205.5 to 157 for Wausau West, 155 for Marshfield, 151 for DC Everest, 143 for Stevens Point, 134 for Maryland, and 60 points for Wausau East. No takedown complete as Medina body lock behind Peters. Under overhook for Peters. Lateral drop toss. Takes him to his back. Holy cow, was that clean. Pin for Peters. 53 seconds. Holy cow, what a pin there. 53 seconds for Jeremiah Peters. Gaining a couple extra team points with the pin for the Red Raiders. And he finishes in 5th place for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln at 165 pounds. Next up, Oakley Plus at 175 will be going for 5th place against Gage Stockwell out of Wausau East. We'll bring that match when we return. Back now to 175-pound 5th place match. Gage Stockwell of Wausau East against Oakley Plus, your Red Raider. Stockwell and Pluis wrestling the first dual meet of the year here in Wausau East. Pluis got the win 11-6. So for Pluis, hopefully he'll have an edge in the mental outlook of the match, knowing that he beat Stockwell. Pluis is a little bit dangerous and sometimes a little bit out of control. Freshman at 175. Pluis would have shot in again, but got countered. In a match like this, you got to go out to win the match with good, solid stuff. You can't get in a hurry. Can't be out of control because the score can get rung up on you in a hurry. Front chin lock now by Stockwell. Pluis stands right up into a double leg. By getting sprawled back out, Pluis' head down on the mat. Stockwell inching back. Stalemate. Slide by Stockwell. And a scramble. Pluis, and they're out of bounds as Stockwell eventually ended up on top. Pluis was up there for a time being. 28 seconds left, still no score. Again, this could get wild here with Pluis. Into a single leg shot, but got fought back off it. Got there deep, but couldn't stay with it. 12 seconds. I think the referee's going to let this period run out here. Both wrestlers sitting in the same position. 0-0 after 1. Lewis's choice. He's going to defer. Stockwell is going to go down. Stockwell again from Wausau East. Stockwell on the move to a sitting position from the bottom. Now back to his base. Referee right in the way of the assistant ref. Now Stockwell to his feet. Lewis got to do something with him here. Takes him back to the mat. And Stockwell cleared the hips, got the reversal. He leads 2-0, minute 30 left, second period. Lewis got for just about 5 seconds into the chasing mode. He wasn't in control. He was just chasing, trying to catch up. Cost him there. Lewis backs up to a base. Now trying to pin a foot down. Tried to come up. Stockwell takes him to the edge of the mat. Lewis has got to realize where he's at here, and if he's not going to be able to get out, he's got to work his way basically out of bounds, take Stockwell out of bounds to get a fresh restart without burning up so much clock. 47 seconds left. Go back to the center again. Lewis, hard start, trying to catch Stockwell. He's got a leg caught underneath the body. Stockwell able to get back on top. Lewis rolling through it, catches him on his back. He can feel position. 28 seconds left. To a reversal and how many near fall? 4, 6-2 the lead for the Red Raider. 7 seconds left in this period. Got to ride him out here. Can't give up any more points. End of 2. 6-2 the lead for the Red Raider. Lewis. Stockwell's going to go down on the bottom. Nope, excuse me. Lewis going down on the bottom. Chance for him to score off there. Stockwell stopped the first move that time. Lewis working his way up to a higher base and gets taken back down to his knees. Now the official finally moves out, turns inside the face, got the one escape, 7-2 now. Now you got to wrestle smart. You got to know where you are in the match. A takedown doesn't hurt you. It'd be 7-5 in favor of Lewis. Can't keep backing up though. Stockwell with a shot, maybe not a good one. Lewis with a power have around the corner. No, says the ref. There, he's got the cover. 10-2, just under a minute. Lewis now riding on top. Tried to get to a cross-face cradle, couldn't get the cross-face, work towards the knee. 35 seconds. Lewis now with a half on this near side. Does he have the other side wrist? Nope. Stockwell pulls that half Nelson off. 15 seconds. Stockwell to his feet. Body lock him to his back. There you go. Got no near fall, but 10-2 major decision, the victory for Oakley Blues. He finishes in 5th place for the Red Raiders and 175 pounds. Next up, championship match, Kyler Tritz against Nico Kleinschmidt at EC Everest. We'll bring you that when we return. Championship at 190 pounds, Kyler Tritz against Nico Kleinschmidt at EC Everest. Kleinschmidt ranked 13th in the state. Kyler Tritz ranked 6th. Look back in my dual meet notes here to see if these two wrestled. Nico Kleinschmidt wrestled at 190 earlier in the year, and Tritz was at 215. Fresh matchup here.
On mat number 2, your third place match from Marshfield, Joshua Taylor, and from Wausau East, Cashline Seaton.
Slide by missed by Tritz.
Mat number 1 from DC Everest, Nico Kleinschmidt, and from Wisconsin Rapids, Kyler Tritz.
Both wrestlers trying to kind of feel each other out here a little bit. See where they feel comfortable in the tie-ups, offensive setups.
Top 3 place winners at 165 pounds.
40 seconds. $20 seconds. No score yet. Not much offense by either wrestler to this point. Tritz with a shot in. Got a single. Elevated. Catches both legs. Takes him down. Covers him up. 6 seconds left. 3-0. Tritz with a lead. Nice takedown. 10 seconds left in the period. Tritz's choice, he defers. Kleinschmidt's choice, he's going down. Good clean setup and a takedown by Tritz with 10 seconds left in the period. Scored late. Kleinschmidt with a hard switch attempt up to his feet. 3-1. Kyler Tritz, the senior for the Red Raiders. $115. Kleinschmidt reaches out, gets to the shoulder for basically a block of a tie-up. And Tritz does the same. And we stand at a stalemate with a minute. Tritz will have choice in the third period. Neither wrestler willing to take a chance on a shot here. $25 seconds. Kleinschmidt with a collar tie with a right hand. Lost that. Tritz with some wrist control. Five seconds left. Tritz with a shot and missed it. End of the period. 4 minutes down, 2 minutes remaining. Tritz goes down with his choice, leading 3-1. Tritz easily builds to his feet, works on hands. Kleinschmidt lifts, Tritz blocks. Switch attempt, round the corner he goes. Got the reversal, and then the cut loose by Tritz. Should be 5-1. Scoring tables had some issues all day long. Haven't started clocks, let clocks run when the wrestlers are done wrestling, and no scores. Again, both wrestlers on their feet doing about the same thing, not much of nothing. Got 1 minute left in the third period. 5-1 Tritz. Kleinschmidt in with a hard shot. Tritz takes him around the corner. Trying to come back up with a sprawl. Fights that takedown off. That was a good, clean shot. Now the scoreboard finally has got it caught up, 5-2. Must be slow electricity. 30 seconds remaining. $20 remaining. Kleinschmidt picking up the motion. Tritz playing defense right here. Tritz with a shot in now to a single. Got in there deep. Trying to come around the corner. Trying to put Kleinschmidt on the seat of his singlet. Tritz coming up with a single leg. 3, 2, 1. End of the match. 5-2. Kyler Tritz, champion at 190. Kyler Tritz, champion at 190 pounds in the Valley Conference.
From Wisconsin Rapids, Kyler Tritz.
215-pounder Aiden Stainbrook will finish in 7th place for the Red Raiders, as there is no other 215-pounder in weight class form. There's only 7 guys. Next up for the Red Raiders will be Tanner Gorbinson at 285 against William McCorson out of Wausau West. We'll bring you that match when we return on River City's Community Media. Final match of the Valley Conference Tournament. 285-pounders, your Red Raiders. Second ranked in the state, Tanner Gorbinson, taking on William McCorson out of Wausau West. McCorson is ranked 10th. Gorbinson wrestled McCorson in the dual meet. They were the first match on the mat in that dual meet. Gorbinson pinned him in 157.
Your third place match, match number 2, from Marshfield, Brock, 30 feet. And from Smash,
We'll see how this matchup goes. Current team points look like this. Wisconsin Rapids 216.5. Marshfield 169. Wausau West 157. DC Everest 155. Stevens Point 145. Merrill 136. And Wausau 60. Arm tie by Gorbinson. Inside leg trip, missed it. Collar tie each wrestler. Gorbinson just wades right into one underhook and then backs off it a little bit. Again, your job here, just win the match. Get yourself a conference championship. Gorbinson into a single. McCorson fought it off. McCorson beat Gorbinson last year 3-2 in the finals. Gorbinson finished second. Little revenge coming here, hopefully for Tanner. Slide by, just missed it. McCorson might be the little bigger of the two heavyweights. He's probably a full pull at 285. And we're going 0-0 after one. Flip of the disc comes up. Red, Gormanson's choice. Gormanson's going down. McCorson covers on the left side. Gormanson based off, then pins his feet on the mat. Easily gets the escape inside of 5 seconds. 1-0, the Red Raider. Gormanson tried to shuck him on by and lock up on the body. Missed that. Took a shot, but missed that one. Gotta be patient here. Set up your good offense. You'll be fine. Little short drag back trip by Gormanson. Couldn't quite get McCorson to tumble over. Double underhooks now by McCorson. Trying to get to a body lock. Round the corner went Gormanson, trying to get to a sweep. Into a single, got it, elevated. Big man going to the mat. 37 seconds left, big three-point takedown. 4-0 the lead for the Red Raider. Half, wrist, Gormanson driving. Gormanson takes that Gormanson takes that double wrist ride and uses it like a half. 5 seconds left the period, still 4-0, the Red Raider heavyweight. That's the way it's going to be going to the third. McCorson's choice, he's going down. McCorson, a lot of weight on his hands, and Gormanson just chopped an elbow and puts him right on his forehead. Gormanson with a crossface. McCorson to his feet. Front trip, body lock now. McCorson turned right into the body lock. Gormanson says, thank you very much. He's comfortable in there now. A couple years ago, not so comfortable. Gormanson keeping his weight on top of McCorson. 115. There's that double wrist ride. McCorson got to his base, so Gormanson's got to reload here one more time. Chop the wrist. Down he goes again. Double wrist ride again by Gormanson. Uses it like a half and a wrist. Can he get him turned? "40 seconds. Roll attempt. Gormanson hangs back, stops that. Can he get a wrist and run it over, or a half? 15 seconds. Roll again, attempt again. Gormanson stops it easily. Count down from 5. Tanner Gormanson controlled the whole match, 4-0 the victory, and a champion at 285 pounds for the Red Raider, avenged the loss of last year. The Red Raiders look like this at 106, Jackson Freeman a champion. 113, Luke Hamill finishing second. At 120, Landon Freeman a champion. At 126, Aspen Tritz a champion. 132, Aiden Armagast to second place. 138, Carter Freeman a champion. 144, Gavin Jacob, fifth place. At 150, Jack Ackerman, fourth place. 157, Mason Tritz, third place. At 165, Jeremiah Peters, fifth place. 175, Oakley Pluis, fifth place. Kyler Tritz a champion at 190. Aiden Steinbrook, seventh place for the Red Raiders. And Tanner Gormanson, you just watched, a 285-pound champion in the Valley Conference. The Red Raiders win the individual side of the tournament, and they win the dual meet as well. Outright champions in the 2024-2025 Valley Conference wrestling season. Congratulations to all the Red Raiders. We'll take a quick break, see if Scott Bennett can come up and give us his input. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Back now at Wausau East with the Valley Conference champions for 2024-25, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. They had a 220.5 point total. Marshfield was second, 178. DC Everson third with 159. The Red Raiders had 6 individual champions in the tournament. Congratulations to all the champions and all the place winners for the Lincoln High School Red Raider wrestlers. Next up will be the individual regionals. That will be held at Wisconsin Rapids, and that will be on February 15th, Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock. Team sectionals, the Red Raiders get there, will be February 18th on Tuesday in Stevens Point. Individual sectionals will be February 22nd, Saturday at Menasha, starting at 10. Individual state tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Kohl Center, February 27th, 28th, and 29th. If the Red Raiders make the team tournament, they will be there on March 7th and 8th at Kohl Center. That's Friday, Saturday in Madison at the UW Fieldhouse. So, signing off now for Craig Tim. Thank you very much, Craig, for volunteering your time for today, giving you mat side seats. Joyce Bennett for keeping all our stats for us, keeping us updated. And my name is Scott Tesh. We're glad we can bring you Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School Wrestling on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.